Please give an example or story of what it's like to be a gender nonconforming student at HSU.
Okay, so I've worked at the HSU Children's Center before I was freshman, during the summer before I became a freshman. And I've worked with these children since they were babies and throughout their lives now, and they're about to go to kindergarten. It's pretty cool. But when they were about 2 or 3, they started having questions about their own gender identity. I mean, the world was telling them things about gender. They were getting some messages, and teachers were trying to explain this to them. And of course, back and forth, lots of conversation. And this one kid looked at me, and I was, Teacher Alice. I'd been there forever. They're like, Teacher Alice, are you a boy or a girl? And I'm like, neither. And they're like, what does that mean? And I'm like, I'm boy and girl, and neither at the same time. And the kid understood this instantly. They're like, oh, I understand, because already I'd played gendered games on both sides and in between. The kids understood that. I'd been there forever. And, they were totally fine. And at the end of the day, the head teacher, who is staff at HSU, came up to me and was like, is this how you identify? Because it had never come up before. And I was like, oh, yeah. And she's like, is that how you would like us to talk about you in particular? And I'm like, sure. And she's like, awesome. Do you have time? I wanted to be able to talk about that with the kids, because a lot of them have those kinds of questions. And I'm like, sure. And we were able to talk about it, and the kids were able to have a much more, a better understanding of that it's not one or the other. There are people in between, there are activities in between, and that not all the activities you think are in one side or the other are. And it's helped all of us grow. And I was really happy that that's how it came out, how that worked.